How's it going, everybody? Wherever you listen to this podcast right here, this is episode 145 of the TempahZone podcast with your host, me, Amir Max, and that's all facts. And ladies and gentlemen, my special guest in the Zoom building is back again for his second time on the TempahZone podcast. Now, mind you, last time he was back on episode 15. That was December 2018, man. The podcast was very different then. We were talking topics, and it was like a top 5 breakdown of our favorite albums and singles. It was a very different platform than the platform that it is now. So having my guest on now, who's part of fam right here, man. It's the cuz right here, ladies and gentlemen. I got Dreco Anastasio in the Zoom building with me.
Yo, it's a pleasure to, you feel me? Like you said, it's family in the building. It's definitely good to be back again on the TempahZone podcast. Like I was just saying before, the growth and the consistency in the things that we do, the things that we craft, the visions that we have, you feel me? It's definitely good to be sitting here, able to have yet another conversation, you feel me? So I appreciate you for having me, bro.
Absolutely, man. And when I started this podcast back up, I knew I had to get more first time guests on to start, to introduce it back again. But I knew in time, I was just like, yo, man, like just wait up, because I'm gonna have you on eventually. I just gotta get these first time guests on first before I have you back on. So it was only a matter of time,
Like you said, just building up a system for yourself. The more new guests and you feel me that you can get on there is not only introducing your audience to them, but introducing you to their audience. You feel me? And being able to just basically creating like a network of things, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you gotta look at it strategically in that aspect. And I mean, considering how long it's been since I had you on, man, this is almost like, it's almost like your first time on to get all over again. You know what I mean?
Truthfully, it's like a reintroduction almost, because like you were saying, a lot of like the way your platform was set up, a lot of the things I'm doing, like around that time, I wasn't focused on a lot of my own artistry like I was, but I was helping a lot of people with theirs and helping, you feel me, push a lot of other things. So I was really focusing on club promoting and doing those things. So you feel me, right now, like you said, last time I was on this was 2018. It's 2023. That's 5 years ago. Like I've only been able to heighten up on those skills that I was working on when we first sat down and talked, but like utilizing them in different spaces. You feel me? Down at work at TD, being a part of Scope Apparel and being able to, you feel me? We have the storefront and the brand, music, poetry, photography. So it's just like, you feel me? Took a little bit of a focus on like my craft, and while still being able to help others, but also being able to help myself in the long run as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I definitely see the moves that you're making. And especially, pushing other artists, I've seen how you've done that in the past before. Is that still something you're putting in the forefront nowadays? Or right now, is it more so you focusing on yourself that's taking the lead? How would you look at that?
I'm not really pushing as many other artists as I was before, like in the standpoint of like helping with rollouts and marketing and things of that nature. Like, definitely are around people who like help me, who let me be a part of their process. If you feel me, that's what they share with us. But like, not necessarily, like I said, what I was on before. Like, I'm more so really focusing like lately. I record a lot of my music. It's crazy. We talking about you recording episodes out of your crib. I record a lot of my music out the crib, bro. So it's like, I've been able to do that. I got this device in my crib that my peoples have brought when they had first, you feel me? When COVID had first happened, it's from Isotope. It's called the Isotope Spire. So you basically have a portable studio, and you can, feel me, put it up on your phone, record, send out track outs and things. So that's one thing I really been, I ain't gonna hold you, the past few songs I have done, like even the ones that aren't out yet, was literally recorded by me in my crib. So like really took like last summer to focus on my sound, got back in the writing bag, you feel me? So I can definitely say my focus has been on adding to my arsenal, but also being able to share that with the other creatives that I'm able to come across and collaborate with or connect with or even be friends and associates with, you feel me? But
Yeah.
really. Like sometimes I learned a lot during that period of pushing other artists. I helped them push other artists
Yeah, I could
and being,
imagine how much you learned.
like, and I'm grateful for it. You feel me? Like I said, like even then I was grateful for it because like I said, I always looked at it like a learning experience, what to do, what not to do, how to push a single, how you go about pushing a project, how you go about maintaining that buzz or the momentum, whatever you want to call it, when you do drop them things and making sure the audience doesn't forget about you, this, that, and the fourth, you feel me? So I was able to take those skills that I was learning by helping others. And when I was ready to do that for myself, I realized like, yo, I never felt like I was far behind anyone else. I always knew like it was me holding me back. But it's like, yo, you felt like you was held back this whole time and you was holding yourself back and you had all these pieces and this knowledge that you could have used to, you feel me? So once I was able to realize that with myself, that's when that bag really opened. Like, all right, let's, you feel me? Whether it's music, whether it's me dropping a short film or, like I said, collaborating with others, like just having that drive to bring me to the forefront and what I'm bringing and what I value, what value I think I bring and things of that nature. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I feel like it's so obvious, like you have the skills of dealing with people and networking and just being outgoing like that. Cause I mean, you even got something like Scope Apparel, and you're throwing shows there, you have clothing there, you're doing photography, you just yeah, you
and
just
all of this. And like I was telling you, when you had came to the grand opening and a few of our other events, like I started, so I went to Salem State University.
Mhm.
I did my internship with Scope because I wasn't trying, truthfully, bro, I wasn't trying to go do an internship with like a big corporate company or like I know there's tons of creative agencies and things of that nature, but my my dream and my vision when I was in school, going for business marketing with a minor in communication, was to always be able to come back home and like, I started my own brand before and I was doing the clothing, but I realized like, yo, I'm not a clothing designer, bro. Like I love fly shit. I love fly clothes, but like I don't necessarily want the responsibility of designing lines consistently. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
it's like when you're an artist. When you're an artist, if you say you're a musician, you need to be focused on what new. So that's if with it, whether it's listening to beats, linking with producers, networking and doing shows. You feel me? And I wasn't willing to do that. Like you got to be honest with yourself. I wasn't willing to do that. It's like, all right, but I'm a musician, and if I link up with someone who has their own clothes, I can still help push a clothing line and things of that nature while also helping push. Like you said, we do tons of shit from shows to community events to, you feel me, the whole nine. So it's like and then coming from what I was doing before, you feel me? I took those skills and I had to unlearn some of those skills because like what we're doing over here is completely different from maybe a little bit different from what I was doing before when I'm like promoting in clubs. You feel me? Nightlife
Mhm.
is different from promoting a business. Like it's still a
So
business, but
yeah, it's got a lot
a
of different
clothing
stuff to it.
store, a business, your own events where you're curating that. So it's like I was able to take that energy and add it on to like I said, what I was learning over here on my internship. And then after that, it was just like, yo, like this just makes sense to continue fucking with. Like relationships was solid, was able to really like it was deeper than an internship. And I realized like, all right, I'm still able to be me and I'm able to fulfill that dream that I had when I was sitting in my dorm room before even coming across something like this and help people from the city who look like me, come from the same place as me while we're helping others. So it all aligned when it was supposed to, bro, for real.
Yeah, yeah, no, seriously, man. Yeah, to totally hear you there. And how long have you been with Scope Apparel at this point now?
So this I came around like right when the pandemic started. So, like I was saying, the brand has been around about 12 years now. So I came around in
Okay,
2020. I came around in 2020. It's 2023. I've been around for like the past 3 years. But you feel me?
gotcha.
There was people here already doing like Scope Apparel has been a full functioning brand. Like you feel me? Before and after me being around. So it's like that's another great thing. Like there's a lot of brands and things of that nature here, and like there's a lot of dope shit here, but the authenticity, the sense of community, the sense of unity, the the things we do are like at a different capacity. Like, you feel me? It's like it's impactful. Not to say nobody else's things aren't impactful, but it's like it's a different sense of home and feeling and connection. So like that's what really made me, like I said, stay around and continue to help and continue to learn. And, you feel me? Be on what I'm on right now.
Yeah, I guess that's how I was more so getting now is how long they've been around too, because I didn't know they've been doing it that long. So
And it's been
that's
about
crazy to know.
they've been around since 2010. So actually 13 years because it's 2023. You feel me?
Yeah, wow.
So and it was Scope Urban Apparel when it first came out in 2010, and like on our YouTube page, you can go back. We have our Scope Apparel YouTube page and see all the things that they was doing back in the 2010s, 2011s, all the way up till now to our Instagram. Like, you feel me? There's people who come to the store who have been around like before the store was even a thing because they knew of what Scope was doing and what they stood for in the community, going to different events. They collaborate with a whole bunch of different artists, creatives, painters, poets, you feel me? So them having that before the store even came around made that piece even better because now you have a physical space. Like I was saying earlier, sometimes space is all it really takes, bro. Like, you feel me? And it's the right space. Like I said, when I think about space, I break it down to settings properly aligned, creating energy. So like if I enter somewhere with negative energy, that's a positive place. You feel me? I'm gonna either have to properly align minds to be able to, you feel me? Or I'm gonna have to remove myself or be removed and vice versa. So like I said, when you know you just make a connection with something, from there, like after that,
Yeah,
can't do like cause
can't deny it. No.
when I came around and was actually able to learn more about the brand and about what was going on and meet different people who have known them since it started, since it, you feel me? This is different artists, different, like I said, photographers, painters, like there's so many creatives that they've been connected with and tapped in all these years. That's, like I said, that's what makes the space of the Scope HQ so prominent, you feel me? Because like it's an actual sense of being, like where you can go see some dope artists. If you're an artist yourself, you can go and do, you feel me, what you love to do. And
Yeah.
this summer will be our second year open. So you feel me? It's just the continuance of what we already been doing at an elevated level with a lot more to come. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's crazy how much the pandemic shook things up because like now it's like you're really getting the ball rolling now. You're really starting to see what's going to happen and where things can take from here because 2020, 2021, things weren't really happening. It's really last year and this year where things are starting to go to a certain direction.
In the full swing, people are comfortable with being outside. Mm-hmm. You feel me? If you want to wear a mask, you wear one, but it's not mandated anymore. So some people are a little bit more comfortable with that. You feel me? So it's not like it always was, but like you said, it's that sense of things rolling back in and taking its course. You feel me?
Yeah. So, it's good. It's just dope to see, man. It's just really dope to see the growth and everything, man.
Like for me, it's a blessing. I tell people all the time, I'm a student of this shit, bro. I'm a student of life in general. But like Scope Apparel, bro, like I really like I said, what started as an internship was able to put me in a position to like better myself, bro. And be able to still, like I said, help others as I'm learning how to better myself and even being able to help others better themselves. Like, you feel me? It's not just me. We're a huge team. There's about 7 or 8 of us. So you feel me? With having that, you kind of have those, everyone has their strengths. Everybody has their weaknesses. But when we all come together, it's like, we say steel sharpens steel. Like, you feel me? When you have 2 hands, one hand washes the other, they both wash the face. If I'm good at doing this and you great at doing that, and we know our mans is great at doing this, we all individually come together and bring, you feel me? So like you said, when you have something, that failing of something, you can't deny it. You want to be part of it, not only for a beneficial gain, but because you know that's going to impact not only you and the people you with, but people who look like you. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, so. And that's about seeing the bigger picture too. And I think when people can put aside whatever egos they got, whatever, you know, negative feelings that they feel to the side and come together and work on something
Yeah,
that's
bro, you
greater.
feel me? It's like
Yeah.
it's a bigger picture type of thing. It's a feel me having to check your ego at the door, having to be truthful with yourself, be transparent, hold yourself accountable when others are trying to hold you accountable. You feel me? Being able to take that criticism and not take it in another light and another. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I love my team, bro. I love the people I'm around. I love, like I said, that a lot of them was already doing this individually and together before I came around. So like when I came around, it was welcomed with that type of like, oh, all right, well, you doing this, we doing this. What can you help us with? Oh, I can help with this. All right,
Simple. Yeah. Yeah, man. No, I love to hear it, man. And you know, it sounds like, you know, stuff like that definitely takes growth and understanding of self, you know, very well. And I think that's, you know, something I can easily transition to talk about this latest single that you got right here, man.
oh yeah,
Change
yeah,
on
yeah.
Me. Yeah, man. I love this song, and I love to see just, you know, you evolve with your rapping
A
and
sense of growth.
yeah, man. Just
Yeah, I was looking forward to getting this one out, bro. Last summer, like I said, I took the time to craft, you feel me, really focus on my sound, wanting to, you feel me, be like I'm more than just a rapper. And like when you want to do music, like especially when you're coming through in rap, and when you're coming through and you're like, let's be honest, you're not rapping like everybody else. Like my sense of rapping isn't everybody's typical choice of, you feel me? A few of us love it and a few of us do it, but it's not everyone's bread and butter in 2023. So it's like, all right, I want to still be able to do what I do without having to compromise, but still, you feel me? I don't want to, like, I love the old school. I don't want to be too old school.
yeah.
I love the new school. I love the new school, but like I said, I'm not going to compromise to get cool, to be cool and get these views and, you feel me, all that other shit. So that really just came about. Like I said, I moved back home last March, bro, from
Yeah.
Salem. I was living in Salem. I had my own apartment. I moved back home. Just a lot of things. I was in a transitioning space. So after last season, I did a lot of recording and that came about. And like I said, like from there, bro, that's how we get change on me. It's like I was in a point in time where it was just like, I bet I had dropped the track Tell Me in 2021 and everyone was feeling that. But I was like, yo, it's that everybody kind of looked at that as like a love rap song. And it's like, that's what's crazy because that's what the chorus was on this beat before Change on Me. Before it was that, it was she want me to make a love song. And honestly, I ain't been in love in so long. And I was like kind of harmonizing this shit.
Yeah.
But like I said, my verses on it wasn't really. And then with me knowing that I had first harmonized on it, that's how the Don't You Change on Me. I know I got all of this pain on me. And then from there, it's like, we gonna make it up. And once I had that, it was like, like, you feel me? When you see, and I'm a person, bro, like, bro, I meditate a lot. Like, I smoke, I meditate. You feel me? I try to really be one with self and be centered, even through chaoticness and even when I'm in transitions and trying to find myself, because that just brings a certain type of balance for me. So I did a lot of meditating with that and really, like I said, sat and thought about it. And you feel me? I had to make that move with it. Like, nah, like like I said, I want to keep the essence alive, but at the same time, I want to be able to connect with people in our age bracket, in our generation, and you feel me? Give them that sense of relatability, you feel me?
Absolutely.
And honestly, it got a different response than, like, I've been promoting myself at a different level, the same way I used to send other people's stuff out. Like, I was never comfortable, even when I was dropping my own stuff around that time. I wasn't really like doing all what I was doing right now. Yeah. But like, yo,
I would have never assumed that, honestly.
Bro, it's crazy. It's like you could do it for someone else. That's great. But it's kind of a fucked up feeling. Like the term for some people, they call it imposter syndrome, or you feel like, oh, they're not gonna, you feel me? You get stuck in your own thoughts. You start overthinking and shit. But like you said, when it comes to other things, you can sit there, like you said, be personable. Yo, my boy did this, and that's cool. But if you can't do that for yourself, like you can't be mad at nobody for not clicking in when you do drop in. So when I dropped the short film, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I did a scheduled content post and all that. Like that was my first time scheduling some content for myself. I'm like,
That's serious. Yeah.
all right, let's see how this works type shit. And then after I scheduled the content, it started flowing. And then I just copied the caption, started DMing my post to people. Yo, check out new short film shot by me and my man's 90. Shot by my man's 90, directed by me and 90. You feel me? And you start seeing people who usually do clicking in at a different rate, and that's all because of like you basically,
exactly.
Or that new person that tuned in that you might not have sent your shit to before. Now your shit's their favorite. My man's tell me all the time, bro, as human beings, we like to discover things.
That's so true.
Sometimes that discovery comes through like, yo, Amir, bro, I just heard this new artist, dog. You gotta hear his shit. Sometimes that shit come, you on your phone, Apple randomly suggested to you, and now you fucking with it. You go look up that person. You feel me? So like I said, once I like just knowing, like you sitting there talking to yourself, like, bro, you the only one holding you back. And once I seen that, I'm like, all right. So when I drop Change on Me, it's crazy because sports betting is the thing right now.
I know, it's crazy. They're advertising the shit out of it.
I did. So, yo, bro, and it's like, again, how can I keep my promotion and things authentic and have it connect to people? I'm not telling people to go and gamble, but I did my cover art as a parlay because I'm someone who gambles.
Yeah, I like that. I like that cover.
I sports bet. So it's like, all right, let me take something that during the time where everyone's seeing betting promotions, DraftKings, FanDuel, Bovada, all this shit, free bets, refer a friend. It's like, I sketched it up, bro. On Dogs, I was sitting down smoking a blunt. I sketched it out. I took it to my man, who's a graphic designer, and do his thing. All he needed to see was a reference of how an actual ticket may look online. He took what I sketched, and you feel me? And then it's like, again, I use that same promotion tactic. May 1st at 12:32, I'm dropping. Yo, I had so many people like, yo, you trying to get me the sports bet right now, bro?
Yeah.
And then like 3 days later when the track drops, they're like, yo, that was your fucking cover art, bro. Like the idea is great. Like, bro, that's so genius. And it's like, yo, literally just having that comfortability to like take that step, bro, take that risk. You feel me? Try something different, but you continue to be you, even if one person's fucking with it, 100 people fucking with it, the whole world fucking with it. You feel me? So it's kind of just like,
yeah, man, that'd be tight, man.
Yeah, so it's like a change on. Like I'm looking forward to continue to pushing this track.
Absolutely.
It won't be on my tape that I'm dropping, but I did that purposely because you feel me. It's like I just want people to know, like, this is how I'm coming. This is what I'm on, and like I'm unapologetic about it. And it's really just me versus me right now.
Yeah,
like,
man.
You feel me? I'm just trying to be a better me each and every day, and having that outlet of music helps me do that, bro. And I've been able to, you feel me, be a little bit more vulnerable in my music, express things that, yeah, I might have a conversation about, but putting it on wax, put it in like, you feel me? Like I dropped a song called New Vibes back in 2022, like in November.
Yeah.
And I have a line in there about my suicide attempts. You feel me? I go trying to get them to understand what suicide, 2 times survivor that, and I understand that is do or die. And I noticed that adding something like that, you feel me? To me, not to say it's a small thing, but because of how I feel about it personally, like I was looking at it like, damn, like not that I would be judged by it, but like you kind of feel like not foolish in a sense or shameful, but you feel me? Once you're able to get out of that dark place, you don't want to think about those things again. But by having, like I said, music as an outlet, bro, it's like, and deciding to, you feel me? Like I said, stand on my truth regardless, because you feel me? That's part of my journey, and that's only shaping me into who I'm gonna be. I see a line like that when people come up to me and they hear that song, or they just hear my music in general, or get to meet me as a person, they able to, you feel me, feel that connection, feel that relatability, maybe have a sense of vulnerability with me themselves. You feel me? It's like, so things like that is what's really just like we talking about earlier, putting you in that mold to, you feel me, take that risk, do the necessary steps where you might have to scale down, but at the same time of you scaling down, you still, like I said, you ain't far behind.
No.
You have your pieces, and now you just, you feel me? It's like I was saying, it's like a puzzle piece, bro. If we dumped out all the puzzle pieces and the picture already came, you feel me, flat out, it wouldn't be no fun. You gotta put the puzzle together. You feel me? So that's how I've been looking at life lately, just letting everything align when it's supposed to, bro, and just
that's how you gotta do it, man.
Preparing and just, like I said, I'm kind of reintroducing myself to me. Like most, like, change on me, like, yeah, those are my feelings, but that's like kind of a note to myself, like, don't change on yourself. Like, yeah, we don't want no one to change on us, but don't change on yourself. Don't, like, yes, certain change is good, but don't change in ways that's gonna have you not feeling fulfilled, not feeling like your purpose on your mission. You feel me? So that's how, you feel me, I feel about that. So like I said, change on me is really just me opening the door to, like, yo, letting people in. Like, y'all can come in if you want to. You feel me? I appreciate the support. I appreciate who's fucking with it. I appreciate it if you listen to it and it's not your cup of tea. Thank you for your time. You feel me?
I'm glad you showed up.
You feel me? Because I opened that door on my terms. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not afraid to show that level of vulnerability in certain spaces and certain senses. So, like, I feel like that makes it easier to navigate through this. When you're authentically being yourself and really standing on something, bro, it's
it'll take you places. Yeah,
you feel me? So
yeah, man, I love to hear it. And that's just the power of music right there, man. When you're talking about those low moments, like, you're able to express yourself in ways and you just simply can't if you just talk to people and just say things.
Exactly.
You just can't do it. Like, you need to put it through any outlet, like art, painting or music, or even like a
language is so universal, bro. We have conversations even in silence, and some people don't even know it. You feel me? And those are just the things, like, you feel me, when you're paying attention to those type of things, especially within yourself. Like I said, that's when it becomes a little bit more, you feel me? You put it out there because, you feel me, you know what you're really doing it for, and you know the change you're trying to not only make for others. I mean, the change you're not only trying to make for yourself, but make for others as well. So it's like, again, that just makes it even more easier.
Yeah, and in terms of what you're talking about with communication, like, when you're around somebody you're really close with, you can just give them a look, and like that look will say like a bunch of things. You're around like a random person who's talking too much.
Best might see your whole, you feel me? They might see your body language change in the space y'all in.
And it's like, subtle, but they know it. Yeah.
Ready to go, or like, you feel me? Yo, let's get out of here. Like, you feel me? That's another thing too. Like, I've just been following my instinct lately. If it don't feel right, I'm not gonna do it. If it feel right, I'm with it. You feel me? I'm willing to take the consequence that comes with it, because, you feel me?
And that's easier said than done too.
Nah,
sometimes you feel like people might think something about you if you say, yo, I can't make it to this, or yo, I don't have time to do that, because they might think like, oh, like, what's going on?
But like you said, all it takes is some simple communication, some simple sign of like, yo, today's not a good day, bro. Like, feel me? I might not be able to explain it to you now, but I'll explain it to you when we link. Like, you feel me? It'd be the simple things like that. It's the small things that really make up the overall big picture, bro. So it's like I said, once you can do that within yourself, like you said, it's easier said than done, but it becomes second nature with other people, because you're able to do that first, again, with self.
Exactly.
And that's where a lot of things in this life start, within yourself, because, again, that's when you got to be able to know, like, all right, this is what happens if I'm only thinking about myself. This is what happens when I'm not only thinking about myself. I heard in an interview, bro, we all wake up with chances and choices every day. It's just the choice we decided to do with that chance we had. Are we gonna go do something that benefit us, or do something that, you feel me, we know not gonna, like you said, that's just easier said than done. But
yeah. Yeah, man. No, absolutely. I love that point that's made right there, man. And I guess in terms of what you got going forward, man, with the music, especially with a song like "Change on Me," it sounds like you're going more with this and I guess for lack of a better term, philosophical with how you're talking about yourself and your
Yeah.
improvement. Can we expect that more from this upcoming project that you're working on? What can you
Yeah.
share with us about it?
So definitely, this ties into your question earlier about where the acronym for the love thing comes from. So
Hmm.
I don't know if you ever seen my tattoos, but I got the love hate tatted on my skin.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where the leaving old views and evolving, because having attachment to everything will leave me stuck.
Oof.
So literally, bro, one of my favorite movies is Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee. One of my favorite characters in that movie is Radio Raheem. If you know Radio Raheem,
Hmm.
he had the gold love hate on the reins, the
Yep.
big boom box, feel me? Big dude,
Yeah.
walking around Brooklyn bumping, you feel me? That PE, that Public Enemy. And it's just like, I got these also in Miami. I mean, I got this tatted in Miami, but while I was in Florida, you feel me?
Mm.
The same time I went to go see my uncle. So I was in Orlando at my uncle's crib for about 3 days. Then my man's was gonna be in Miami. So me and my uncle talking one day. He's like, "Yeah, what's the plans for your rest of your spring break?" I'm like, "My man's is in Miami." So you ever been there before? I'm like, "Nah, yo." My uncle made me book a bus ticket. He's like, "Yo, if you ain't never been to Miami, I can't have you down in Orlando. You ain't never been there. You gotta go to Miami, bro."
Yeah.
He's like, "I ain't kicking you out, man. Like, but bro, go have some fun. You feel me? Like, you can always come back." So when I'm down there, I mean, my brother and my cousins and shit, they have flew down. They was in Florida and shit too. So we all decided to go get matching tattoos on our hands and shit with like all our initials.
Oh shit. Yeah.
You feel
That's
me?
hard.
It
Yeah.
was on some shit where it's like, yo, we took a trip together. And yeah, this is gonna be our signal for, like, you feel me? Like, yo, you remember that time we went to Miami and I
Yeah.
got tatted? Well,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
That's a bonding moment right there.
I don't just want this small ass D with the semicolon on my hand. Like, I'm gonna get something else.
Yeah.
As we on our way to the tattoo spot, I'm just like, nah, yo, I'm gonna get the love hit. Like, I just was thinking about Radio Raheem, bro. Like, thinking about the whole, just, you feel me? Like I said, do the right thing and the concept behind that movie and you feel me? What it represent, what Spike Lee likes to represent through his movies, and like how as a kid that stuck with me, and now as a grown man, I can understand the character of a Radio Raheem. I know Mookie's, I know people on my, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that's gonna be my thing. I'm not really a jewelry guy. Like, I want to get jewels one day, but I'm still. So it's like someone had told me literally the night before we went to the tattoo spot. They're like, "Yo, when you get something tatted," and this is before I even had the image of love hate. It's like, when you get something tatted on you, that's better than having on jewels and stuff, because you can have something on as a jewel but can lose it. You
Mm.
get it tatted on you, that's etched in your skin.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's some real shit.
So
Yeah.
it's like, then feel me? I'm back up home, finishing school, come back from that trip. And one day I break down words like I'm acronyms, you
Yeah,
feel
your
me? It's
acronym
just on the
game's
thing. But
crazy, man. Yeah,
I was
that's
like, yo, I'm
impressive.
sitting there one day, I'm sitting there smoking a blunt. I'm like, leaving old views and evolving, because having attachment to everything will leave me stuck.
Mm.
And from there, you feel me? That's how the love came about. And then Anastasio in Italian means resurrection. That's why I call myself Dreco Anastasio. Like, once
Hmm.
I figured out the meaning of my middle name, bro, it was 1 year in college, and it was at a point where I like was real down bad, like mentally dark space.
Yeah.
And I seen that, and it was like, it just always dawned on me, like, I don't want to have to die in a sense to come back or be on any of that shit. But it's like, I say the resurrection because I feel like you can come back from anything that was said against you, even yourself.
Exactly.
You feel
Yeah.
me?
Firm
It don't
believer of
matter
that,
about
man.
where you at. It don't matter about where you at now. Is essentially, what are you doing? Like I said, chances and choices. So if you waking up in a fucked up situation and making fucked up choices, your situation is gonna be continued to be, you feel me, fucked up. If you waking up every day in a fucked up situation and it may not be all good, but you still doing everything, you feel me, going to work. If you got a family, taking care of your family, taking care of your responsibilities, paying your bills, you ain't finding no excuses. You feel me? Whether you're an entrepreneur, someone working, a musician, a photographer, create, like, you feel me? It's like no bounds in this shit, bro. There's no limits in this shit unless we put them on ourselves, unless we box ourselves in. So, like I said, that's where the resurrection part comes from. You throw it all together, leaving no views and evolving the resurrection. You feel me?
Yeah.
Love. Like, that's just since like I always been a loving person, but I realized I always didn't show love to myself. So like, and I want to.
There's something to that for sure, man. Yeah, like
It's
people.
really about, you feel me, not only coming back from bad things, but to be able to, you feel me, self-love, self-heal, help heal, you feel me, if I can, relationships that, you feel me, may not be all understanding how to let go the ones that ain't gonna, you feel me? That's love. The hate, the reason why we say people hate on things, they have an attachment to that thing clearly. Like, and it's crazy because I was saying what it means for me to someone to leaving old views and evolving, because having attachment to everything would leave me stuck, right? This old dude one day after I got out of work, bro. And he like repeats after me, he's like, I'm leaving old views and evolving because having attachment to everything will leave me. And he's sitting there thinking, and I'm like stuck. And he's like, nah, wait. He waited like 5 more minutes, bro. He's like, because having attachment to everything will leave me unhappy. And then he looked at me, he's like, yo, he's like, you can still tell people what that means for you, but if you leave it blank for others, they'll start telling you what it means for them.
Yeah.
And then I recited mines again, and then, you feel me? Communication, language, the simple me explaining to someone what this meant to me and made him comfortable enough to tell me what it meant for him, even if it was two different things. And we even realized that fucking being stuck can leave you unhappy, but not being stuck. But being stuck doesn't make everybody unhappy, because half the time motherfuckers don't even realize they stuck.
Yeah, that's so,
so
true.
you feel me?
That's so true too, man. Oh my god,
so
yeah.
That's why he was saying like, yo, if you leave that blank, you'll be able to have others really. You feel me? So
Put
that's
their
how
own
that came
thing to
about,
it.
and that's why I keep that going, bro. It's like my way of knowing, like, yo, there's a yin and a yang in this shit. You gotta have balance. You feel me?
You better, yeah. You
might
gotta
have
have
to
balance.
you might have attachment to some things. You might be able to, but being able, my main objective is to leave old views and evolve. And that's not just the love on others, but that's literally the love on myself. To unlearn, you feel me, selfish ways and stubborn ways and unbeneficial ways, and relearn new ones. So I won't have attachment to everything. You feel me? I'm 27 now. I won't be older later talking about I wish I could have did, you feel me? Or I shouldn't have did this. Like, nah, being able to constantly remind myself this is what this means to me is what keeps me driven, is what keeps me wanting to keep promoting what I'm on and do what I do, you feel me? And like get out there with the purpose and the message that I'm trying to get out there. So I can guess you can say it's kind of like my own philosophy that I'm building up on. And you can definitely expect that in the music, but at the same time, a lot of it is too, like I said, like I was really able to find my sound. So like I would say, yeah, definitely got like a philosophic aspect around it.
Yeah.
But like I'm looking forward to see how the people really take it in. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, if the light can change on me, they're definitely gonna. I mean, if that's the route you're going with it, then shit, they're gonna like what you got cooking, man.
my next single is gonna be another track of vulnerability. It's called "Sipping." I got some performance shots of it up on my IG and a behind the scenes clip up there. That'll be coming soon. I'll be dropping the single on platforms and dropping the visual on YouTube, and then you feel me. I'm in the finalization stage on a lot of this project and really just making sure that I'm coming correct and doing what I need to do on my part, outside of the recording and things of that nature. You feel me? The recording and stuff's done though. The tracks are set. already started mixing. Really, just need to put a few things here and there. Deciding on the last few minute pieces, cover art, all that good stuff. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll be able to really roll that out the way I want to. And really, you feel me? I want to do more shows this summer. I want really in shows and places that I haven't been before, like new crowds,
Yeah.
new locations outside of Boston, in Boston. You feel me? So that's why I prepared this body of work the way I did. That's why I dropped Change on Me and didn't necessarily throw it on the album. So like even while people are waiting for the album, someone call me for a show, someone want me to come out, I got some shit so I can pull out and really, you feel me, align with what I got coming. Like I said, when
Yeah.
you realize you're not far behind, you don't like you're gonna stress regardless, but your levels of stress, you feel me? You start to, like I said, you don't get frustrated with those puzzle pieces because you realize how they're aligning themselves together. And
Mm-hmm.
if you like focus on finishing what you have, everything else is gonna fill in. You feel me? So
Yeah. That's real stuff right there, man. And I think with all that being said, man, it's clear that you understand the path that you're gonna take, and had to go through some dark times to understand it. But I think that's just part of growing up. It's part of learning from your mistakes, and but you got to acknowledge those things, and it's always gonna catch up to you. Like if you mess up in your
exactly.
past, that past is gonna find you in the present and be like, hey,
I
think
feel
this
like
through.
things.
Yeah.
I feel like things may come back to you on the same lesson, but through different people, different situations, just to test your knowledge and your. Will I do that again? If I know me turning on the stove and me putting my hand right here got me burnt. If I see the stove on later, am I gonna lean against the stove, or am I
Exactly.
gonna reach to turn it off, or am I just gonna leave it alone in general?
Yeah.
So
Just
it's
let it
kind
stay
of
on.
just like it is just. You feel me? You can avoid a lot of bullshit if you just think, and then sometimes overthinking puts you in the bullshit. So then you just gotta really, like I said, have that balance and have that. You feel me? That knowledge and awareness too, beyond what you on, and to align the way you're supposed to align. So
Mm-hmm.
I
100%,
feel
man.
like all of that, like you said, for me is just really coming into place, and this project is definitely going to show that for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Like to show a sense of growth, show a sense of like taking this more serious, show a sense of confidence, sense of vulnerability. Like you feel me? So
Yeah, 100%,
creatively, I'm
man.
looking forward to rolling it out too, because I got some ideas that you feel me that I'm comfortable with rolling out now. Because like I said, lessons learned and other things, and knowing what to do and not to do. What you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
How to specifically do it. So it's like word. I'm definitely looking forward to being able to connect on a level that's much deeper than just the people listening to the music. But like this is one little thing so whenever I do drop, I want to do something where it's like I have people come out. I don't know if I'll do it on live,
Yeah.
but like a quick Q&A, you feel me? Like really
Yeah, that'd
just
be good. That'd be a great idea.
I'll play through some tracks, you feel me, when they're settled and out, and just really let people ask whatever they want to ask and things of that nature. Like get it from my perspective. My homie Caleb, his producer name is Known the Horn. My homie Cheese, his producer name is Queso. They're the two primary producers on this project. You feel me? All the beats are from them two. Like
Hell yeah.
individually, but I don't have no other producer but them two on there. And those are people who I've been making music with for a while. Like my homie Known the Horn, Caleb, actually is the first producer I made a song with, like and dropped, like and really was like, nah, like this is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. It's
And my
working.
homie
Yeah.
Cheese, we went to college together and would cook up in the dorm and never dropped nothing. And then you feel me, lately we just been cooking up, and so it was definitely like it's a really intimate project. A lot of the people close to me are involved in some sort of sense. You feel me?
Hell
Whether
yeah.
that's feedback, to cameraman. Shout out to my dog 90. He does a lot of my behind the scenes and helping me with directing some of my music videos and things of that nature. My homie Chairman Chow shot some of my visuals. helped me edit some behind the scenes that I had caught by myself. So like I said, my man's Jake did my cover art. It's gonna be doing my cover art for it. So like I said, everybody play their role, and it's great to be surrounded by people who are helping you, and you not only helping you, but you're helping them as well. And y'all are one hand washes. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it, man. And I think it's I already know this shit's gonna be dope when you drop it, man. And obviously
Yeah,
when you drop it, the album, man,
the
obviously
short
send the link
film,
my way.
the short film is connected to it as well. So
Oh, okay.
the short film's on some to be continued shit. You feel me?
Ooh.
It's
All
really
right.
on some. That's why these little behind the scene clips I'm gonna be dropping, or like that one that I have already dropped
Yeah.
after the short film. They're all gonna fill in, and you're gonna see as the time goes. Like, oh, it was really just like I said. I was able. It's like, all right, I'm not dropping music right now, but I wanna get some art out there in some sense. I hit up my guy 90. Yo, I got this idea. It was around my birthday, turning 27. Wanted to do a little birthday photo shoot, but mixing in with the music, you feel me, through the poetry in it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I show people I have a little sense of everything that I'm kind of making one. Like it's a system that works for me, but it's like, you feel me? I'm not only a rapper, I'm a poet. I'm not only a poet, I'm a rapper. I'm not only both of those, I'm an artist, I'm a creative. You feel me? So it's like being able to, when I can't express that through the music, I'm gonna find a way to express that through the art, through the concept of the art, through the titles, you feel me? So everything, literally, all of this plays a part, bro. And
Yeah.
literally, like
You
I
paint a
said,
picture, dog.
that will be seen when the project comes out, and then, you feel me, I get to sit and get to, you feel me, really speak on more what I want to speak on, the meanings of certain things, why I said this, why we chose this beat, you feel me? Why, like, it was really intentional, and a lot of these things, it's like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I write because I write poetry, but like when it came to rapping for a minute, I was straight freestyling and
Yeah.
editing, you feel me,
Like
punching
punching
in.
in. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, a lot of
Yeah,
people. I know a lot. I've seen a lot of
bro,
people do that, and it works. It
redo,
works.
redoing things, you
Yeah.
feel me, like constantly repetition.
Oh
But
yeah.
then it's like I feel like all of that energy transferred into my writing. I got like 50 verses done between January and February alone, bro. That's
Working.
50 verses, bro. And I've been nine, and I'm gonna be honest, I've been rapping since I was 10, bro, or on and off, you feel me?
Yeah.
That 50 verses I wrote in January and February was the most verses I ever wrote in my saying I was an artist. Like, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like
Yeah, like in that's time span doing that. Yeah.
once I got in that bag, it's another thing. Like, bro, you just hold yourself. Let's go. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Not forcing it, not over, but it's like, yo, this is word.
Yeah.
And even today, I'm sitting down recording. I got my notepad. I'm crossing out words. Like I wrote these lyrics 2 months ago, but it's like less words, more. Like you can say more with less and more in less. You feel me? So it's like
Got to choose
being
them
that
words wisely.
repetition,
Yeah.
that consistency, that work, that you feel me? It's like being in the gym. It's like being on the
It's the
football
exact
field,
same thing.
being on the ice. You feel me? The repetition. You're gonna put up the shots. You're gonna work on what you need to work on. You feel me? We know you can shoot threes, but your post games, when you get into the rim, it's kind of chips. So what you gonna do to, you feel me? To add that with the 3-pointer, so when you can't get the three, you can get to the bucket. When you can't get to the bucket, get the pass off, get by. You feel me?
It's all that. Yeah.
So
Improving the
that's
game.
how I try to look at. That's how I try to look at things. And like we grew up athletes, so even though I don't play sports anymore,
Yeah.
that's so
You still have that competitive
like,
mentality. Yeah.
I add that with the music, but it's like a workout. It's like you feel me? It's like that's my gym now. The beats, the headphones, the mic, that's the preparation, that's the shots, that's the hoop. You're looking at it. Like I said, the repetition. I'll repeat something 100 times till I get it right, just so I can get it exactly where. And it don't gotta be perfect, but like once you already sitting there, if you can do it once, you can do it twice. If you can do it twice, you can do it 4 times. You can do it 4 times. You can do it 8 times. Do it 8 times, 16 times. You feel me?
Exactly.
So on and so forth. You doing that, like I say, just makes it even more stronger, bro. So
Gotta get them reps in, dog. It's
Yeah,
the only
man.
way. It's the only way.
Reps in, you feel me? They say it takes 10,000 hours to really get anything you want out of this life, whether
Yeah,
you're a
absolutely.
hooper, a rapper. So it's like, if you ain't putting that work in, you ain't gonna get what you want. You putting that work in, you may not get it right away, but you know it's coming towards you because you're working towards that.
Straight up. Yeah, it's that simple, even though it's not that simple. You gotta work your
Simple
ass
type
off. So
shit.
yeah, exactly, man. Well, Draco, we've had a great discussion here, man. We chopped it up a lot. You've had said a lot of dope shit and a lot of things that people who are listening, inspiring artists, all that stuff to listen to and learn from. But I definitely gotta ask you, even though you've been dropping gems, like I ask this with every guest I have on TempahZone podcast, man.
Bro.
That one question, man. I gotta ask you, dog. What's some advice you'd give to any artist starting out? What's some tips or you'd give them that you wish someone gave you when you started out?
Don't be afraid to learn for real.
Mm.
Like any aspect about yourself, about the business, about the music, about you feel me? Like, don't be afraid to learn. Never stop learning, because once you stop learning, you stop having fun with shit. You stop. The consistency is not that. You feel me? You feel like you know it all. You feel like you got it down packed. You feel like you might have it here and there, but it's like, you feel me? You ain't even close to where you want to be at. It's like, just never stop learning. Never, because that leads to you boxing yourself in and a whole bunch of other things. And you feel me? That, like I said, this won't be the results you want. So like, and don't be afraid to, as you're learning, to having to include that repetition, the consistency, the going over things, maybe writing things down, being on point with, you feel me? Because those are the things what make the learning stronger and help make your weaknesses stronger at the end of the day. So that would be my one thing. That, I feel like that just ties into the overall goal of what love means for me, leaving no
Yeah.
views and evolving. That's
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's learning. Like, literally, whatever that means for you to leave an old view and evolve, that's learning. So just utilize that. You feel me? Break it down into another word for yourself if you have to, another way, another method. You feel me? But never stop learning in this shit, man. For real.
Yeah. And I think that acronym, man, that's such a fire acronym, man. Like that ass. Like I think a lot of people could take that and it'll help them like understand things a little better than other aspects of advice. So yeah.
This won't be the last you hear of it. Even when this project's out, I'm still going to utilize it and really,
I figure so.
Create even more from it. Like I said, I got leaving no views and evolving. I got having attachment to everything. For space, I say settings properly aligned, creating energy.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for the space one. When you said that one earlier, I was like, oh, okay.
No, when I say MOB, that means I'm mentally on business. You feel me? A lot of people hear MOB and think, I'm mentally on business. That's what one day I'm sitting down. That's what mom means for me. That's what MOB. I'm mentally on business. Like, you feel me?
Exactly.
So
simple as that, man. I love it.
Like, that's what works for me. You feel me? I can't really, but like, that's what keep me going and help me create my systems and my ways of why I create and why I keep going. So it's this.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, Draco, thank you very much for being on TempahZone podcast once again, dog. I really appreciate it, man. This has been a hell of an episode right here, dog. What do you want to plug for?
Because bull, man.
Yeah, man.
You keep going, man. Like, you keep being an outlet for like artists, creators. You feel me? Whoever you want to bring into your space, because you literally not only changing your lives, helping change. You feel me? You at 145 right now. You're gonna be at episode 1,145, and you feel me?
Yeah, man. That's the goal.
Like, you feel me? So just keep it going. I see you doing your thing with the shows, man. Just continue to, you feel me? Do what it do, man. Like, continue to do for real, bro. But I definitely appreciate you having me up here. I'm looking forward to linking soon. Matter of fact, you have a show this weekend, right?
I had a show. I had a show last weekend. Yeah, but I got a show. My next show is in Lowell. I think it's what is it? My next show is in Lowell, June 16th at the Safe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my next show, yeah, in Lowell. So I'm gonna promote that one very, very heavy. I need a big turnout for that one. So anyone
Yeah. So
listening, come and pop out.
yeah, definitely send that my way, and then you feel me. I'll spread the word and trying to make my way out there. You feel me? Definitely got to catch another performance. Last time I seen you perform was when you performed at our store at the
Yeah.
open mic. You
Yep.
feel me? So you definitely you got some new singles I'm fucking with and that I like, and you got the bops for real. You got that happy music that
I
you feel me when
be
you hear it.
trying, man. Yeah, I've been
You
trying to
just
make
can't
that happy shit. Yeah.
you just can't resist. But you feel me? Feel
A little
you post
movement.
you post the animated clip the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, that
You.
shout out to AI for that. Yeah, that was AI working. Yeah, I saw it on the app. I was like, I'm gonna give it a try. So yeah, man, that was just
That was those risks. Those be those difference. You feel me? You have people who want to sit and watch videos like that all day. So it's just
yeah. I had to try something different with that one, man. But I'm glad you peeped it, man.
it's deaf catching eyes and it's deaf doing what it do. So
Hell yeah,
like I
man.
said, just keep going.
Yeah, man. That's all you can do, man. But yo, what's your where can the people reach you at? What's some links
Yo,
or ads that you want to
um,
reach out at?
at Draco Anastasio on all platforms. So that's DRECO ANASTASIO. And then my YouTube is Draco Anastasio 2500. You got to throw the at in front of it when you type it in
Oh,
after the
okay.
YouTube because the link won't pop up. So at Draco Anastasio 2500. You feel me? And yeah, that's where you can find me on all socials, music platforms, feel me, Google, all that good stuff. Snapchat music, Instagram music, the Facebook music. You feel me? You type my name up. What I got out right now will definitely pop up and be floating. You feel me? Follow Scope Apparel, follow Rapper Rules, Voices of Liberation, a whole bunch of things, man. Tap into what we got going on, and you feel me? Get in
Hey,
tune.
all that. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That is then another episode of the TempahZone podcast. Make sure you tune in next week for another episode. You hear that? Peace out.
Yo.